Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm your number one office bloke. We've got to start that again.
Fucking knew it.
I've not even seen it. I'm going off what you're telling me.
Oh no, yeah. That's all I've talked about for the past couple of days. No, we'll keep it in. We'll leave that in. That's fine. I'm all right with it. Yeah, we are the Office Blokes, and our gaming channel is launching this weekend. Swiftly moving on. Yeah, it actually is this time. Definitely. Friday night.
It's 100% done.
Yeah,
Everything's
Friday, the 17th of June, 2022 at 9 p.m. English time. So our last reaction comes out at 8 p.m. An hour later, first gaming video. We're going to do one a week to begin with because we don't want to overcommit and we want to see how it goes.
Yeah.
Well, do it regular, don't we? Get it on a regular basis, and then hopefully we'll build it up going forward.
What we don't want to do is say we're going to do 3 a week and then 2 comes out and then, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, there you go. Right, 101 facts about the USA.
Wow. A lot.
Ooh, there's a lot to get through.
24 minutes worth.
Wow.
I guess we get straight into it.
I thought we better add, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Right, 101 facts about the USA. Let's do this.
Well, howdy, mother factors, and welcome y'all to 101
Good
Facts.
start.
I'm Sam, and I'm here to talk to you today about a place that apparently Bruce Springsteen was born in, Miley Cyrus is having a party in, and, as a great puppet once sang, is coming along to save the motherfucking day, yeah. No, it's not Pizza Hut. I'm talking the USA. But how much does the average American eat? What links bottled water and pornography in the States? Why does it always rain on me? 2 out of 3 of those questions about to be answered, so cover yourself in red, white and blue paint, run into your nearest Bed Bath & Beyond, and scream about how much you love freedom, all while dressed as Captain America. This is 101 Facts about the USA.
I like this so
Good
far.
intro.
It's got a good bit of humour there, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Number 1. Because it's so bloody big, the US is divided into 50 states, all of which are united. See what they did there? The smallest is Rhode Island, which is 1,545 square miles, and the largest is Alaska, with over 663,000 square miles. Number 2. Just 2.5 million red, white and blue people lived in the USA in 1776. Number 3.
That's when it became a country, wasn't it?
Yeah.
1776. So 3.5 million. 100 times that now. It's like 350, is it now? 360, something like that?
I don't think more than that, don't I?
Around about, 350
It's a shitload, isn't it?
to 380, I'm not sure exactly. But yeah.
But today, 318 million Star-Spangled Patriots live in the US. Number 4. At least 189 of these citizens are named LOL, and apparently about 4 are named Sex. Mind you, I suppose it makes sense to name your kids after where they came from.
I got a mate called Lol.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it short for something?
Lawrence.
Ah, of course, yeah.
That sounds like it may be a first name, like a proper name. LOL.
Like LOL.
Yeah.
Yeah, and 4 people named Sex.
That's just bizarre. I mean, why would you?
Right, if your last name's on the beach or something like that, or something along
Addict.
the lines. Addicts, yeah. There's loads of different sort of like names it could go with, isn't it?
Yeah, without a doubt.
You motherfucker.
Number 5. There is no official language in the US, but English is the most commonly spoken. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. Number 6. 1 American consumes as many resources as 32 Kenyans. Number 7.
That's a bad one, isn't it?
40% of births in the US come from women. What the...
Hey.
Oh, 40% of births in the US come from unmarried women.
Jesus.
I'm with you now. Number 8. In fact, 4% of women in the US have a bun in the oven right now. Well, baby-wise anyway. Number 9. Every tweet an American sends is archived by the Library of Congress. So, your boring friend Dalton's 140-character review of the latest fire hydrants is actually official government record. Number 10. Speaking of the bubonic plague, which we weren't, there are worryingly still cases of the bubonic plague reported in the US every year. Number 11. There are 100 divorces every hour in the US. Maybe some of that is to do with giving your partner bubonic plague by accident. I'm just trying to connect the dots here, guys. Number 12. Despite the country being so large and the population quite large too, 47% of US soil is actually unoccupied and doesn't have anybody registered as living there. Number 13. Just before any of you go getting yourself into any trouble, in America you have to be 16 to drive a car, 18 to vote and own a gun, and 21 to buy alcohol. Number 4.
We can't glance past that one. Drive at 16, can't drink till you're 21. It's crackers.
You can have a gun at 16 as well, it said, right?
Yeah.
So you can drive and own a gun?
I think
or is
you
it
know,
18 for a gun?
I think it's certain guns.
Yeah. But
In certain
guns,
states.
but you can't have a drink till 21.
I mean, you can own a gun at 18 in this country.
Yeah. But last thing you want is someone with a gun who's fucking drinking as well.
The last thing you want is
True,
someone who is very familiar with a gun drinking for the first time. You want people to learn how to drink first before they get access to deadly weapons.
I'd have someone who's really drunk using a gun for the first time.
Yeah, the drinking one's crackers. I'm surprised that's still a thing.
Yeah.
You'd think they would have lowered it by now, wouldn't you?
Well, if it's like, it must
It
be like
works.
that in other places as well, I suppose, mustn't it? But
Canada. I think is Canada 18?
Don't know.
I have no idea about Canada.
I just remember.
I know I'm old enough wherever I go.
Well,
Yeah, that's all you need, isn't it?
Apart from Saudi Arabia, where they still think I'm a CUNC.
I got ID'd in Canada when I was about, I want to say like 27, 28. And I was looking at them like,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah,
And then they
you've got
said,
to be- yeah, it's
we've
still
legally
IDs.
got
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
They were IDing old people.
Yeah, it's
Really?
not a case
People as
of-
old as you, Mike, they were IDing. And
Nah, the people like his age don't carry ID. Weren't even invented. This is my ID.
Oh, way up.
birth certificate.
Yeah, I guess it rolls out.
Parchment.
Parchment.
Yeah, I think they just ID everyone there in certain countries, just as a matter of course.
What a waste of time.
Yeah.
13. The grizzly bear is the official state animal of California, but none have been seen there since 1922. It's a bit like that here in the UK too. Wales's flag has a dragon on
point.
those for bloody ages.
You just have a scared looking sheep.
Number 15. There are 3 towns in the US that have the name Santa Claus. It must be so depressing there when it's not Christmas time. Number 16. The states love their cars. In fact, there are 845 motor vehicles for every 1,000 people.
Wow.
That is a
Number
lot.
17.
That's a hell of a lot.
Isn't it?
It really
Yeah.
is. 'Cause I
That's a
suppose
huge amount.
that's kids involved. That's absolutely everyone.
Old people.
Yeah.
Like Mike.
Yeah. Well, Mike's lost his license now. You got to retake it soon, haven't you?
Not allowed to now. It's past it.
Ah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Can I have your car?
I've seen him next. Beeped him. I sat there like beeping him once. He just sat there picking his nose. I'm like, fucking old people.
True story.
It is.
I was listening to Spangled.
Nice.
I did it a bit loud. Didn't
Yeah.
even know he's there.
I like how the example of American motoring was to show a Japanese car as well.
Yeah.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Montana loves its bovine breast milk. In fact, Montana has 3 times as many cows as it does people. It should be called Moontana.
Ba-dum-tsh.
It's funny,
Oh
this
God, I'm
video.
sorry, come back.
Yeah.
Please come back. Number 18. The US is the 4th largest country in the world by land area and the 3rd by population, beaten by those pesky guys in India and China. Number 19. There have been 28 official versions of the US flag, and here are some examples of them right now before your very eyes. Okay, one of those
sure.
I might have made up, but I'm not going to tell you which one. Number 20. The current 50-star American flag was designed by a 17-year-old as a school project in 1958. He only got a B- for the project. Number 21.
Interesting.
So what was the flag during the Second World War then? Is it just the same but with less stars maybe?
Yeah, they had like all different ones, didn't they? With like round ones and
Yeah, do different sort of like
designs in the top corner.
Yeah.
I'm
So I
just
guess he
thinking, you know,
designed
that famous shot of the raising the flag at Iwo Jima. I thought it looked exactly like that flag.
I think in a lot of films they probably just put the modern day one on, do they? So I've never noticed it in films before, like old films where they have the flag. I've never noticed that the design of the stars is different
No, neither
than it
have
is
I.
today. But maybe it is. Don't know.
Wow, we can be movie buffs now. We can
Interesting,
sit
I
watching
thought
war
about
movies
it.
going, that
Yeah.
wasn't a flag till 1958 and ruined the whole
That's
movie.
an error, that.
1956.
1956, was it?
Yeah.
Of the 6 flags planted on the moon by astronauts from the US, just 5 of them are still standing.
Hey, I wonder if that's why they get the name Six Flags. You know the theme parks that are around the USA? Called Six Flags.
Right.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
No, I've heard of that actually.
Have you?
But only in passing, not really. Like
Yeah.
I don't know anything about
I used to
it.
live right next to Great Adventure, Six Flags in New Jersey. And I just wondered if that's where they get the name from.
It's got to be, hasn't it?
I don't know. Never thought about it again.
No.
Just occurred to me
Yeah,
then.
it could be.
Could be anything, but
It's got to be. I mean, it's a bit of a coincidence, isn't it?
Isn't
I
it?
mean, you'd think it would be.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments.
I wonder what happened to the other one. Number 22. The lowest temperature ever recorded in the US was at Prospect Creek in Alaska in January 1971. The temperature was minus 80 Fahrenheit,
Jeez.
which is probably enough to turn your nipples
Same as
into
my car.
glass cutters.
Your office, in
Number
it.
23. The hottest temperature ever recorded in the US was in the intimidatingly named Death Valley, California, in July 1913. It measured 134 Fahrenheit,
Jesus.
which is probably enough to produce a bathtub's worth of midriff sweat.
That's what happened to
hot.
all the gingers in California. It was
They
just one hot summer.
They all lived in Death Valley and
Yeah.
Took the global population down to, what is it, 1%?
Probably less now.
yeah. God.
Burnt to a crisp.
For 24. Jennifer Lawrence was made in the US. And for that, I for one will be eternally grateful.
Same.
Number 25.
Definitely.
Bizarre.
Most of the world's tornadoes occur in the Midwest region of the US, known as Tornado Alley. I wonder how it got its name. Number 26. Russia and America seem like they're bloody ages away, but at an area called the Bering Straits, they're actually less than 4 kilometers apart. Number 27.
Madness, though, isn't it?
Crazy.
The Mississippi and Missouri rivers, oh, I'm so glad I don't have a lisp, combine to form the longest river system in the US and the 4th longest in the entire world. Number 28. There's enough water in Lake Superior to cover the entire landmass of North and South America in 1 foot of liquid. Which is
Wow.
amazing,
What?
but let's not do that. It would be incredibly irritating for everybody, although I suppose it'd be a nice break for firefighters.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Must be
Number
deep.
29.
Yeah.
Every movie ever's establishing shot's best friend, the Statue of Liberty, was a rather large gift from France in 1884. That must have taken a lot of wrapping paper. Number 30. The 7 rays on the crown of the Statue of Liberty represent the 7 continents of the world. Each of them measure up to 9 feet in length
Didn't know that.
and weigh as much as
No.
150 pounds. Number 31. Kentucky not only has some really very tasty chicken going for it, but it also has the largest cave system in the world, with over 200 miles of cavey goodness. I wonder how many Zubats you find in there. Number 32. There are small towns in Michigan and California called Hell. People keep telling me to go there, I'm not sure why.
Same with Hull.
Number 33. The original name for the city of Atlanta was Terminus. It's a shame they changed it, really. I hear Terminus's barbecue is to die for. Number 34. Statistically speaking, the deadliest job in all of America is president. Of the 44 men who have held the post, 4 have been assassinated while in office. Number 35.
That's not a good rate, is it? Really?
10%.
Yeah. For any job.
I suppose it is. You're right there, I suppose.
How many was there?
44 presidents and
No,
4
four,
of them.
was it 40? And then 4 had been assassinated.
This job in all of America is president. Of the 44 men who have held the
44,
post,
right.
4 have been assassinated while in office. Number 35. Virginia has birthed out more presidents than any other state, which is ironic, really, when you think about its name. Number 36. The first president of the United States himself, George Washington, used to grow hemp. Smoke weed every day. Number 37. Gerald Ford was the only man to be both president and vice president, but wasn't elected to either post. In American politics, I mean. I was both of the 101 Facts fan club for a while because there weren't enough people to vote. Number 38. George Washington initially refused to accept his salary while president, but eventually went back on his word and said, okay then. Probably not in that voice though. It was $25,000 a year.
Jesus.
Ooh,
Number 39.
So
that
was
must
that
spend quite a lot.
So he
lot of
was
money,
around at the sort of foundation of America, wasn't he?
He was when he was the first president.
Yeah. So 1776 and he's on
That's gotta
25
be-
grand a year.
Ooh, that's got to be a lot of money, that.
Crazy money, isn't it? Fair play to him.
Got his own face on it as well, hasn't he?
I don't know.
Put my mug on it.
I don't want it. Just put my face on it and then I will have some of it. Cheers,
It's
mate.
mine.
Funnily enough, Washington was also one of the wealthiest presidents of all time, with assets worth more than $500 million. I wonder how he got that. Number 40. Martin Van Buren was the first president to be born an American citizen. All previous presidents were born British subjects. Number 41. Thomas Jefferson invented the swivel chair. So we have Jefferson to thank for the hours
that?
of fun procrastinating in offices everywhere until we spin too much and are a bit sick. The meaning of life. Speaking of sick, George Bush inspired a word in Japanese. Bushasuru means literally to do the Bush thing. It's used when someone publicly vomits, as Bush did all over the Japanese Prime Minister in 1992. Number 43. The Founding Fathers penned the first few drafts of the Declaration of Independence on hemp paper. What is it with these guys in hemp? Number 44. The Liberty Bell hasn't been heard since George Washington's birthday in 1846. Number 45. The bell...
I missed that. What happened then?
It's
Like one of our parties, isn't it, Mike?
In 1846.
No comment.
Number 45. The bell was first rung on July the 8th, 1776, to celebrate the first public reading of the Declaration of Independence. Nobody knows when the bell first cracked, although some argue that it was during the Revolutionary War of 1824. Number 46. Anyway, back to the important stuff. 100 acres of pizza are served in the US every day.
Wow.
Number 47. Every second, Americans collectively eat 100 pounds of chocolate. Wait, sorry, I mean $100 of chocolate. Oh no, wait, I was right the first time. God, these conversions are so confusing. Number 48. 1 in 3 Americans are obese. Which is probably something to do with the previous 2 facts, if I'm honest. Number 49. 8 billion chickens are consumed in the US each year. By those 1 in 3 in the last facts, probably.
8 billion.
Number
billion?
50.
Can't glance
8
past
billion.
Wow.
That's like
That
the
is a
whole
lot.
population of the world in human terms.
Yeah.
Just in chicken
Every
massacre.
year.
That's
Wow.
absolutely vast amount. That's just in America as well.
So what's 8 billion divided by 300 million?
224?
So 224 chickens a year per person.
Can't be.
Is that right?
I don't know.
3
Mike.
It's about-
times
I'm
8,
working now, I ain't-
24.
can be asked.
Yeah, it's like 20.
300 billion is like 300 millions in a billion. Isn't it? Our billion is 1,000 million.
Everyone's billions, 1,000 million.
I thought it was different over there.
I thought it was actually. I thought it was
It's a
100
figure.
million
It's
over
a
there.
figure. You're not talking. You're talking figures, aren't you?
I always thought it was different over
So
there as
100
well.
million is
I did.
100 million. 1,000 million is a billion.
I think it's about 22 chickens per person per year. Someone in the comment section work that out.
Yeah, someone work it out. We're not getting anywhere, are we?
Can't be asked.
Yeah, not that interested. But
No, exactly.
I like how people got to see the inner workings of us all going,
It's
how
just-
many millions in a billion?
It's a lot of chickens. That.
Yeah.
Gee, come on.
Do you not eat more than
Wow.
22 chickens a year, Mike?
He does
Yourself?
about
I do half
2.2
them on
billion on his own.
I was doing half of them on myself. That's what I mean. I thought it'd be more.
An average person in the US eats 35 tons of food in a lifetime. To put that in perspective that we all understand, that's about 380 Hugh Jackmans. Number 51. The average supermarket in the US wastes around 3,000 pounds of food each year. That's about 48,000 donuts worth. Or, to put it in perspective that we all understand, 15 Hugh Jackmans. Number 52. There are more TVs in the US than there are people in the UK. So, if you've got a spare one lying around, then please lend it to us.
That makes
I
sense.
smashed mine in
Yeah.
anger at the finale of
I'll go
Downton
for that.
Abbey. Number 53. The US is known as the land of Hollywood, and movies that we all know and love and occasionally just tolerate. But perhaps, if you'd like, we could talk about that place another time. Number 54. In fact, the very first motion picture theatre opened in LA in 1902. I wonder if the popcorn was still as overwhelmingly expensive.
Was that movie called Dumb Girl of Port City?
I can't word.
Can't say. No,
That's
can't make it out. That.
Portism. It's when you're good at maths and you live by the sea. What a catchy name for a movie, anyway.
Hey, just a bit. Yeah, I might have to Google that one, I think.
Number 55. The average American spends more than 10 hours a day using an electronic device. If you're watching this right now, America, congratulations. You have about 9.5 hours left. Number 56. The most watched television event in the US is the Super Bowl. No, the sports one. Thank you. Number 57. If you're an NFL football player and you want a little bit more coverage on telly, then stop trying to score and stuff like that and have a little fall down. On average, injured players in televised NFL games get 6 more seconds of camera time than celebrate. Number 58. There are 3.2 million pom-pom toting cheerleaders in the US, 18.7% of which are male. In fact, Samuel L. Jackson was once one of that 18.7%.
Wow.
Number 59. In the US, $78 billion is spent on TV ads per year. Per year! Wow. In my opinion, all adverts should just be a variation upon the Montgomery flea market ad.
Where is he?
Number 60.
Blended in there a bit, wasn't he?
The average viewer watches 175 hours of television a month. That's pretty much a week per month glued to a screen. Or, to put it in a perspective that we all understand, about 14 Hugh Jackmans. Wait, what? Number 61. The average young American will spend 10,000 hours playing video games before the age of 21, when they're legally allowed to go and get a gun and go drinking themselves in real life as opposed to just pretending to do it on a PlayStation. Number 62. Somewhat scarily, the US and its government are among the most powerful in the world. In fact, the US was the first country to develop nuclear weapons, and is now estimated to have over 7,000 of the bloody things. I'm just going to go and play Fallout as a practice for the future.
Yeah. Might need them soon.
Number 6.
It's getting scarily close, isn't it? You know where the atom was split?
Manchester,
wasn't it? For the first time ever.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're good at things like that.
Yeah.
That's some good stuff.
I didn't press my buzzer.
Wrong button.
3. In 1962, for instance, the US tested a hydrogen bomb in space that was 100 times more powerful than Hiroshima. God, that big an explosion in space? No wonder aliens are trying to attack New York and Los Angeles all the time. Nintendo 64. In World War II, the US and New Zealand secretly tested 3,700 tsunami bombs designed to destroy coastal cities. Wow, how do you secretly test a bomb? Number 65. In the 1920s and early 30s, there was a prohibition on alcohol, meaning its sale and consumption was a big no-no.
Boo.
Unbelievably, the US government actually poisoned alcohol during this time to deter drinking, killing over 10,000 people.
Wow.
Number 66. Apparently, New York doesn't actually taste like New York cheesecake. Number 67. 27% of Americans don't believe the moon landings actually happened at all. Number 68. Dusty old presidents John Adams and Thomas Jefferson had a bet on who would die first. They both died on July the 4th, 1826, so nobody won said bet.
Number 69.
In the US, the naughty video pornography industry is worth over $8 billion, which is the same amount as the bottled water.
I'm just going to ignore that creepy swipe on the screen.
The industry is worth over $8 billion, which is the
$8 billion for the adult entertainment industry. I bet that's jumped up with the pandemic and OnlyFans.
Bet it has.
Everyone's got an OnlyFans page now, including me.
People spending that money. Is that money sort of like allocated though, or then does it sort of like go on to is what people are spending? That might be production wise, advertising, everything that goes with it.
The whole industry's worth $8 billion.
Yeah.
Probably through advertising, I guess, and things like that. If they're saying what it's worth.
I don't know how you'd work
I've got
it
advertised Blokes on OnlyFans.
When you pay for your premium subscription. Must be costing you a fortune.
£8 billion.
Amount as the bottled water industry. So just combine the two and hey presto, profit. Number 70. According to Forbes, if you have $10 in your pocket and no debts, you're wealthier than 25% of all Americans. Number 71.
I chatted to a German guy about that once when I was on holiday.
Do you have nine?
He said $9. Yeah, $9. He was saying that the vast majority of people don't have debt in Germany, or they work and pay for things without credit if they can help it. And he was talking about the fact that if you've got no debt and you've got $100, you're richer than X amount of the population.
Yeah, because many people will be in debt anyway through a mortgage, for example.
Yeah,
they
true.
don't go for mortgages quite as much in Germany, did he? Isn't rentals are huge over there, isn't it?
It's expensive, that's why. I
Is
remember,
it?
I remember looking at prices of apartments in Munich, and to buy them was like ridiculous money.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
A lot of Europe is rentals, isn't it?
Don't know.
That's what I found. It was in Switzerland. No one owned their own house. Well, I'm sure some people do, but but yeah, it's madness, isn't it? Because I remember years ago, I went to the pub with a mate, and he said he was a bit skint, so could I get the beers in? And I said, well, what does a bit skint?
Stay on, mate.
This was when we were kids. We were probably like 20. And I said, what does skint mean to you? And he went, I've only got about 100 quid in my bank account. And I was like, I'm 4.5 grand overdrawn, so what does that mean?
Yeah.
You should be buying the beers, not me. I'm minus money.
Yeah.
But because I had that available, another 500 quid, I was classed as having more money.
Yeah. Interesting.
Slippery slope.
Yep.
1 in 8 American workers has been employed by McDonald's at some point. And I bet McDonald's are loving it. Get it? Doesn't matter. Number 72. 4 planet Earths would be required to sustain the levels of consumption of the US, and apparently we only have one of them. I don't like that math. Number 73. About 20 million Americans live in mobile homes.
20
Number
million?
74.
A lot, isn't it?
20 million?
You'd be one of them.
Wow.
I like
You'd
having
definitely be a mobile home owner.
I like having a garden.
The world's your garden when you've got a mobile home, mate.
It's true. If I could buy a couple of acres of land and just put a mobile home or a caravan on it and live on it, and that's my land, then I would tomorrow.
You used to sell them, didn't you? You used to sell them, didn't you? Mobile
Sell 'em?
homes. The world's your garden. I just see it now.
Think of the possibilities.
Look at the views.
Yeah, different view every day.
According to those guys in the government, it costs $245,000 to raise a child before college. Guess that depends on how much you spoil them.
How much you feed them as well.
Number 75. The US spends more money per person on healthcare than any other developed country, but its life expectancy is still below average. Number 76. In case there's any gold diggers watching, the state with the most millionaires per capita is Maryland. Number 77. It costs the US government 1.8 cents to mint a penny and 9.4 cents to mint a nickel. It'll take a lot of minting to get that nickel back. Oh god, no, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean them. Didn't mean them. Thank you.
Bad.
Number 78. Hey, gold diggers, listen up again. In more than half of all US states, the highest paid public employees are sports coaches. Number 79. If Bill Gates gave every penny of his fortune to the US government, it would only cover the US budget deficit for about 15 days.
Wow.
Number 80. It took from the founding of the nation until 1981 for the US national debt to cross the rather high mark of $1 trillion. Today, the national debt is well over $19 trillion, and it goes up more than $1 trillion every single year. I don't even want to know how many Hugh Jackmans that is. Number 81. The average US worker stays at each of their jobs for 4.4 years. So if you're working in Taco Bell and you're fed up with your manager Sandra's BS, then you're statistically likely to only stay there for a little bit longer. Number 82. The US has 115,000 janitors, 83,000 bartenders, and 323,000 restaurant servers with bachelor's degrees.
Wow.
That makes 54% of college graduates either underemployed or unemployed. But check that last fact and you'll realise it won't be for very long, so don't worry. Keep believing and keep achieving. Number 83. The cost of college in the US has gone up 500% since 1985. 500%! And that doesn't even cover the cost of carpet cleaning after sorority parties. Number 84. According to a study conducted by economists Carl Benedict Frey and Michael Osborne, 47% of the jobs in the US could be lost to computers, robots, and other forms of technology. Have they never seen Terminator? It doesn't end well.
And oh god, it's happening to me already.
Oh wait, I live in the UK. Whew.
Number 85.
Anyway, Christmas. Who doesn't love Christmas, eh? Well, apparently the US in its olden days, as it was illegal in the US until 1836, as it was considered an ancient pagan holiday. Number 86. It transpires, though, that apparently Americans do love Christmas, as the best-selling single of all time there is Bing Crosby's White Christmas, selling 25 million copies. Number 87.
We reacted to that on our Christmas playlist, didn't we?
We did.
I think we did.
We did.
Yeah.
25 million doesn't sound like a lot.
Doesn't, does it? I just thought that.
I suppose nowadays, because it streams and everything else, people end up with billions, don't
Plus,
they?
it's been out a long time, hasn't it? So, you know, you think it might be more than that.
One record, one sale, you only buy it once. A lot of people streaming stuff over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, so it's
True,
really thrown that metric, hasn't it? Because you might stream the same song 30 times over a year, but you've not bought 30 copies.
Correct.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, true.
America also loves The Wind, apparently, as the best-selling movie of all time ever over there is Gone with the Wind, taking $1.7 billion in adjusted gross. Number 88. According to the Recording Industry Association of America, the best-selling artists in the whole of the country are those Beatle fellas? Never heard of them. Number 89. In 1893, an amendment was proposed to rename the United States of America into the United States of the Earth. USC doesn't really have the same kind of ring to it, does it? I mean, hey, wait a minute, that's already a word. Acronyms are fun. Number 90? In 1943, sliced bread was banned to conserve supplies during World War II. Number 91. In America, GPS is owned and controlled by the government. They can switch it off anytime they want. For instance, when you're trying to meet an old college buddy for a spa and fried chicken day. That can be your excuse next time you don't want to go to one of those. You're welcome. Number 92. Salt Lake City has a law against carrying an unwrapped ukulele on the street. So,
I'm alright with that.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Number 93. Sitting on a sea turtle is also a third-degree felony. I should think so. Oh, sitting on a sea turtle is a third-degree felony. Okay. Number 94. The US puts a higher percentage of its population in prison than any other nation on Earth does. They just cannot stop sitting on sea turtles, can they? Number 95. The army owns around 24,000 square miles of land. If the army were a state, it probably wouldn't be much fun, but it would also be the 42nd largest state in the US. Number 96. Speaking of the US military, they have a secret, near-silent type of Velcro which reduces the ripping noise by over 95%. Those geniuses! If they can adapt those onto rip-off shorts, then I would be really, really grateful. What do you mean, why? It's none of your business, Dalton. Number 97. In 2014, the US spent more than $580 billion on the military, which is by far the highest in the world. Lord alone knows how much of that was on Velcro. Number 98. After the release of Top Gun in 1986, the US Navy saw a 500% increase in young men wanting to become naval aviators. So thanks Tom Cruise and Kenny Loggins. Good work, team. Number 99! July the 4th is known as the most patriotic and American date ever, as it's Independence Day. But the real Independence Day is actually on the 2nd of July, as this is the day that the meeting to approve independence of Britain actually happened. Number 100! Unlike what it says in all the movies, it's actually very rare that aliens attack and invade on the 4th of July. Number 101! The US national anthem's melody was actually originally from a drinking song by the Anacreontic Society, a London-based gentlemen's club in the 18th century, and its original lyrics were about drinking and sex. Crikey. Try and find the original lyrics and sing those instead to spice up Independence Day a little bit. That was 101 facts about the US of A,
Nice.
and I don't know about you, but I had a lovely time. If you want more facts like a ball...
Does well there.
Yeah.
I like the fact that he was talking about getting the Velcro shorts off and he referred back to Dalton. Sexy Dalton or whatever his name was, right? It's quite funny, that.
It's good narration, that. There's a good bit of humour in there, wasn't there?
It was a good video, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Like, well put together.
Short and sweet, sort of punchy.
I'm not sure about short and
Not
sweet.
too
It
long.
was 24 minutes long.
Well, I think, each fact was pretty short
Yeah,
and
the
sweet,
facts
wasn't it?
were,
They weren't lingering too much and too much useless information. So
There's a lot of
pretty
useless
good.
information in there for me. A lot of bizarre stuff that I was like, what?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And then I've already
Some
forgot
bizarre
about
stuff.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, I remember that Jennifer Lawrence is American now, but I knew that anyway, so...
Yeah, I did have a feeling that she was anyway, but there you
8
go.
billion chickens a year, Mike.
8 billion, I mean, it's mind-blowing, that.
Like your pat lunch, mate.
Absolutely, yeah. Chicken every day. It's got to be done.
Do you have chicken every day?
No.
I bet you do.
I don't.
You have mince sometimes if you have a chili or a bolonaise or something.
Yeah, but he
don't
probably
you?
has a chicken sandwich for lunch.
Ooh.
Not all the time.
Do you have cornflakes? That counts as chicken.
Does
They're on the box.
So it counts as a chicken. Damn. You got me there.
Anyway, hope
Yeah,
you
it's
guys
good, that.
enjoyed that too. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Hit the bell. We'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers,
Cheers.
guys.